Hey everybody, it's Angela, and I just wanted to share this junk journal that I did, and I'm using this expandable folder out of the dollar bin at Target as my cover. And this isn't my original idea. I saw someone else on YouTube use a cropper hopper as a cover, and so when I saw this in the dollar bin, I thought this would work pretty much the same way, and so I thought I'd give it a try. And so I start taking out the center expandable part of the folder, and I'll probably save those, use them as pages in another junk journal, or I'll use them to sew as a pocket, onto pages, because they're, somewhat transparent there. And so I just have to pick a few of these extra little bits of plastic that get stuck on there. And I am going to use this as my book of lists. And it's inspired by, I've been watching the gals on Junk Journal Junkies, which is a Facebook group, and they've been doing the 30 days of lists. And since I'm not disciplined enough to do it every day for 30 days, I'm just going to make this my book of lists. So here I go ahead and I pull out the rest of the interior, and then I go through my pattern papers and find ones that I just have like one sheet, or it's not something I would use on a layout, and then I go through my scraps looking for partial pieces like this one, and I get some that are die cut on the edge, and I'll probably go back through and use my punches to put more decorative edges on some of the papers and stuff like that. But I go ahead and punch them in my spiral binder as well as the cover, and I punch the holes on there. And then I run into a bit of a problem. My spacing on there just isn't big enough to use that many papers, but I think I can get it to work. So I kind of struggle here a bit trying to make it work. And if I had about half as many sheets of paper, it would be fine. But with as many sheets as I wanted to use, it just wasn't going to work. And so I keep going here until I abandon the idea. I'm like, no, this isn't going to work. So I take it out, and I take my cover, and I just use my scissors and go right up the line in between the two sets of punches. And that way my spine can be as big as I want it. So not a problem. It just won't be, one piece. So I get my pages realigned and put the back cover on, and I start my spiral, start threading it through. And then I take the front piece and put it on there. And then it just is the tedious part of spiraling it through the whole folder. And it's a little more fussy because I have a lot of sheets that are partial sizes and stuff like that. So I got to make sure that I catch all of them as I thread that on there. And the lists I'm going to use, I was looking at Sabine's video, and she is Art in the City, and she had a bunch of the journal prompts, and I looked at a bunch of other 30 days of lists videos for prompts. And so I'm going to put in here like my favorite movies that I've watched recently, or books that I've read recently, or even just like my grocery lists, my to-do lists, my want to visit lists, my even just my workouts I've done this month, and what I ate today, my dietary list, and just a bunch of stuff, just for fun. And so this is what it looks like, and it works really well. The closure works just fine. I have plenty of room on the spine there. I decorated this first page, and I use my Scraptastic letter stamps to stamp out book of lists on there. And I kept it pretty thin. I mean, I didn't put a lot of dimensional things, just some puffy stickers, one piece of chipboard, and one button. So everything's pretty flat. so that it won't be a problem writing. And I just use my stamps so that it, you know, some films and music and just fun stuff. And then I probably, some of them I used graph paper and light patterns so I can write right on the page, but a lot of them I figure I'll be stapling or using washi tape or glue to put my lists in here. So that is how my binder turned out, and I really like the cover. For $1, it's awesome. And some of those, ones that I use start ripping, I'm not going to throw them away in the future. I am going to just take them the rest of the way apart and use them like this. So anyhow, that is my junk journal, and if you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.